We start here. Scores of young people are expected to descend upon the Old Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane today as part of the 2024 Youth Day Commemoration Celebrations. Now, Deputy President Paul Mashatile is expected to deliver the keynote address as part of the day. Now, this year's celebrations, as we mentioned, are held under the theme Actively Embracing Socio-Economic Gains for Our Democracy. Young people, however, still grapple with a number of socio-economic issues. For more on this, now we're joined by SABC News reporter Katlego Nyoni, who's live for us at the Old Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane. So, Katlego, what's the latest coming out from there?
The latest in Kolisi is that we've started seeing young people arriving at the Old Peter Mokaba Stadium, where they're expected to fill some of the grandstands here at the Old Peter Mokaba Stadium. Of course, ahead of that keynote delivery by Deputy President Paul Mashatile. Earlier on, I spoke to the Deputy Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Ms. Notkawe Mafu, who indicated that the program is running according to plan. In Kolisi, we know that pertaining to young people, NSFAS also remains a big issue that affects majority of young people that are seeking tertiary education. Of course, we know the challenges that are facing a number of graduates who still struggle in Kolisi to gain access to the job market. To unpack the issue of the NSFAS, I'm joined by the SRC president at the University of Limpopo, that is Mr. Kuto Mamabolo. Kuto, thank you very much for making time for us today. Let's talk to NSFAS on Youth Day. We've dealt with a number of challenges over the years that affect young people that are enrolling using and through NSFAS. What are some of the particular challenges that you have picked up at your institution?
Well, I firstly would like to send our well wishes to the fathers on this lovely Father's Day and to say Happy Youth Day to everyone. Well, some of the issues that are pertaining to NSFAS are commonly known across all institutions. Speaking on behalf of the University of Limpopo Student Representative Council, we've witnessed a number of challenges where students were wrongfully defunded, particularly last year. We also had issues where NSFAS was not able to pay up their allowances for last year. To this date, there are still certain allowances that were not paid from last year. So those are some of the systematic challenges that we are seeing at NSFAS. But we are really happy with the intervention that has been made by government to ensure that at least there's an administrated NSFAS, because the road was too big. At least now they're having people who are going to try and ensure that everything else is sorted out. We are hopeful that the administrator will be able to get NSFAS rolling and ensure that allowances are paid timeously and to all students who are deserving to be paid allowances.
And we've also seen some students across institutions like yours, the University of Limpopo, other institutions, your Capricorn TVETs and other TVETs really around the country being evicted by their landlords due to non-payment of their allowances.
And I think that's something that NSFAS should just take cognizance of. The fact that landlords are mainly private handlers of their own affairs. They are not in any form of business with government. Of course, some of them are sympathetic. They are not chasing out the students. They've committed, some of them we've seen, that they are saying that they will wait until NSFAS pays. But NSFAS shouldn't take that as an advantage and say that because people are willing to accommodate their students without payment being made, then they should just continue like that. Everyone else who's playing a role in ensuring that there's a well-being and safety of students must be paid. So NSFAS must come in and ensure that all landlords are paid. Some of these landlords are still owed money from last year, like I've said before. So there's just something that is happening at NSFAS, and we are hopeful that at least with the work of the new administrator, something will be done. We want to have a system that is going to be working like the one that is being applied when it comes to government officials. Government officials, all their monies are paid on time. We know that when it's payday, there's no excuse when it comes to that. But when it comes to an entity of government called NSFAS, we're always experiencing issues of delayed payments and stuff like that. So we want a mode that is going to ensure that everyone else is paid, students are able to focus on their academic work, and they're having no form of distractions. All students who are deserving to be paid by NSFAS must be paid, and that is the only thing that will make us happy as the leadership of the students.
As a young person, what are you looking forward to hearing from Deputy President Paul Mashatile? Would you expect him to touch on issues pertaining to NSFAS?
Absolutely, and all other challenges that are faced by young people. We know that normally NSFAS is for those ones who are in the higher education sector, but the challenges of young people are not only found in institutions of higher learning, they are found across board. There are challenges of nyaope, there are challenges of teenage pregnancy, there are challenges of unemployment. South Africa is one of the countries with the highest rates of youth unemployment, highest rates of crime, highest rates of gender-based violence. So we expect the Deputy President to speak on that and speak on immediate issues issues and immediate intervention measures that they're going to be dealing with to ensure that all these challenges that we are faced with are at least alleviated to a certain extent. It appears that all the challenges that are associated with young people are growing each and every day. So we don't want that. We want intervention measures to be put in place to ensure that young people are having their challenges addressed. Young people have gone to the polls. Young people have voted. They've said that we demand change. And we are seeing this new configuration of government, of the government of national unity. We are hopeful that whatever it is that the government has agreed upon, those are the voices of the people on the ground. And we want young people and the people who are dejected in particular to be able to have their challenges to be addressed. That is the only thing that we want from government. We want government to be a government that listens to the people, particularly young people who are the future of this country, and address all their needs in time.
And you're confident that eventually results will start flourishing as we enter the 7th administration. Of course, there have been some successes.
Yeah.
The president mentioned some of those who gained education and graduated eventually employment through NSFAS. There has also been some notable successes, wouldn't you agree?
Well, we fully agree. We fully acknowledge that there's been successes that government has managed to put forth. But at the same time, we should not be complacent and say that because now people are able to go to school free of charge, then that means that we are better people. There are still challenges that need to be addressed. How many people are still having access to education being denied? We still want challenges to be addressed, but in the interim, we are happy that at least there are strides that are being made to ensure that at least there's progress in South Africa.
Thank you very much, Kuto Mamabolo, talking to us there about the NSFAS issues that affect young students at at institutions of higher learning, also mentioning that there are also a plethora of challenges like teenage pregnancy, gender-based violence that continue to affect young people, also acknowledging that there have been successes looking at the issue of NSFAS. I must also mention that a student was recently murdered outside the University of Limpopo, pointing to the issue there of crime. The program is still expected to start. I'm seeing young people that have also started to arrive sitting behind us here. We are going to still engage with some of them, but perhaps if I have more time, I can talk to one or two of these students just to ask them how they, these young people. Tobela, le guy says, le mo SABC News, le te kwa bjang le go ne ke letsatsi la batjha. Lena ke eng se le batlang motlatsa mo president a bolela ka sona le gone? Lena ke eng se le batlang go sekwa go tswa go government le gone? Very shy there, a very shy young person, but of course we'll be speaking to young people throughout the day. Katlego,
let's park it here for now. Thank you so much for that update.